Good evening, everyone. Good evening, all of our Tea Timer community. We're
Oh,
so excited. Hello over there, Patrick. We're
hey,
excited
Camilla.
that
Good evening.
everybody is joining in tonight. This is a wonderful day. I hope that everyone, well, we hope that everyone has had a wonderful Tuesday, a
Yes.
productive Tuesday, that is. And
Mm-hmm.
Patrick and I here at the Renewal Center, we're excited that you're taking the time to join us. We want to ask each and every one of you to like and share this broadcast. Tag your friends, tag your family members, invite your friends and family to join us tonight for our renewal
Yes.
practice as we wrap up National Mental Health Awareness Month. We're so glad that you all are joining us. We're over there on YouTube. So like us and subscribe over there too. Let everyone know that we're streaming live even on YouTube channel. We're excited tonight. And also, while you're doing that, do you have your tea time journal? Do you have your tea? Go ahead and get that so we can get ready as we focus in on National Awareness Month. We have been honoring National Mental Health Awareness Month throughout the duration of this month, the month of May. And
Yes.
we have been having a plethora of many topics that we have been talking about that support pause, reset, build resilience, which is a part of well-being, right, Patrick? And
Yes.
so we're excited that this month we're bringing it to a close, but that's
Mm-hmm.
okay. We're going to be closing out our month, National Mental Health Awareness Month, and that's totally fine. But we're also going to continue to bring awareness to foster mental health, healthy mental health, that is, and
Yes.
encourage supportive dialogue that surrounds
Mm-hmm.
this particular type of awareness. We want to thank all of our Tea Timers and our Tea Timer community for engaging with us during Tea Time Tuesday. So we're excited. And once again, this is still National Mental Health Awareness Month. We definitely want to foster well-being in all that we're doing here at the Renewal Center. And so as we are moving in that direction and into getting into our special Tea Time Tuesday tonight, which is always the fourth Thursdays at 7 p.m. So we want to make sure that we are tuning in.
Mm-hmm.
And while you all tune in, let's get our viewers up a little bit more and invite your family and your friends. Go ahead and tag them. Let them know that we are going to be focusing on a really engaging topic tonight. Our engaging topic is reroute from rejection. It's going to be very interesting. How do you deal with no? Patrick is going to be sharing with us tonight our tea time renewal practice. And before we get started, we want to focus on our tea of the week here at the Renewal Center. Got my tea. You got your tea, Patrick?
Sure do. Absolutely. My Moroccan mint tea today.
Okay, that sounds good. Moroccan mint. Our tea of the week here at the Renewal Center is jasmine tea. So if you're looking for an aromatic or fragrant type of tea, this is also refreshing tea. Look to jasmine tea because it's a very nice fragrant tea. I love the way it smells. And this is a great way to kick off the summer months because it originated in China and is harvested during the summer months, June, July, and August. So that makes it very appropriate and a delicious tea to enjoy during the summer months. So let's kick off the summer months, if you can, with jasmine tea. And so we're really excited about that. We see some tea timers coming in. Hello, Monique. It's good to see you tonight. And so we got, yes. Hey, Monique, and hey, Michelle. Good evening to you too. Good to see you tonight. This is wonderful. Who else is out there? If you're out there, go ahead and put something in the chat. Let us know that you're joining us tonight. We're really glad that you are taking the time to join in with us. So while you're doing that, while you're tagging your friends, while you're inviting your friends, while you're liking and sharing, getting your tea, go ahead and put in the chat, what is your tea of the week? Go right ahead, put it in there so we can talk about what we're enjoying. I'm having lavender and rose tea tonight. It's a good combination. So that's just thought I'd share that little golden nugget with you, Patrick. That's what I'm having.
Moroccan mint tea is what I have this evening.
Okay, let's go to the chat, see what else.
Iced black tea.
Yes.
Okay. Michelle has peppermint tea. Okay.
Sounding good.
Hello, Crystal. Hello to
Hi,
you as
Crystal.
well. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us tonight.
Right,
okay, look like we're ready and all set for our time to locate ourselves. So while we're getting our other tea timers that are coming in, let's go ahead, take our time to relax our shoulders. I'm sure we've had a very productive day, and we're looking to winding down this evening and settling in. Let's focus on our video tonight as we locate ourselves and just take in some nice deep breaths to relax ourselves. Yes. And ladies and gentlemen, as we are really focusing in on National Mental Health Awareness Month, it's so important to take a moment to just calm down and relax. And we love the video, Patrick, of the sunset. How appropriate for this evening. So we hope that you all are in a relaxed place as we take a moment to move forward in our Tea Time Tuesday renewal practices tonight. And Patrick is going to bring us a wonderful time. So hopefully you have your Tea Time journal so we can get started.
All right. Thank you so much. And again, welcome everyone to Tea Time Tuesday. Please share and tag your friends. Let's get the connections together, increase our tea timers out there. Please pause and again, reset yourself this evening. I hope that everyone is really enjoying their evening today. And I'd like to just again, thanks everyone for being on our Tea Time community. This is about resilience as well. And so we do that together while we are connected here in Tea Time. So today I want to emphasize, since Carmela did talk about the focus on us honoring May as Mental Health Awareness Month, this evening's Tea Time renewal practice is going to be based on reroute from rejection. Reroute from rejection. And what it does to us, and I want to emphasize that today, rerouting from rejection. So we're going to engage a little today, but I also want you to take a time to pause and reset. And I want to ask you a question specifically. Have any of you ever been told no? Have you been told no? And you have, just put it in the chat. Or have you ever been just through rejection in general? A way to want to share with us, give us a thumbs up, let me know. Because one of the key things we're going to focus on many times is how do we really deal with rerouting rejection when we're told no, when something doesn't come through the way that we want to. And these particular areas of our lives begin to cause us to think that there's rejection that's taking place. So today's renewal practice is going to be about rerouting from rejection. How rejection tries to steal your sense of value and tries to trap you in a cycle of striving for acceptance. But you have the power to overcome it by embracing your own worth and belonging. And that's what we're going to emphasize. Rerouting from rejection. So tea timers, if you're out there and you've ever had to deal with rejection, please let us know. And I want you to think through different renewal practices we're going to share this evening to really help you navigate and reroute from rejection. So that's the focus that we're going to have today. And I think that when we located ourselves at the beginning, we paused. We did that so we can center ourselves. So if you're out there and you've dealt with rejection, please share with us if that has. And then I also want you to think through ways that is potentially impacted you, because we're going to talk about that today. And offer some renewal practices, not only today, but it's going to go over into next Tuesday. So we're going to do a 2-part series of this evening and then next Tuesday at noon. So we want to, we're going to kick off the month of June of what to do next and ways to move forward. Hey, Charlisa, hello to you as well. Good evening. Good evening. And again, welcome everyone. Please like, please share, please tag your friends. Let them know that we're talking this evening concerning rerouting from rejection. If you know anyone that needs to be in on this subject, this is a very important subject that we want to ensure that everybody is able to get into. All right, so let's start out. First of all, I want you to think through, number one, that rejection is not a reflection of your worth. It is not a reflection of your worth. And many times the reason why I want to start out with that one, that mindset about rejection is not a reflection of your worth, is because many times when we experience rejection, we think that we are rejected as a person. We many times can take on an identity or take on a definition that because I am rejected, then it is a reflection of my value or my worth. I remember, wow, Mel, back in 2016, well, the end of 2014, 2015 or so, I had lost a major contract within my business, my own firm that I was running at the time. And I tell you, Carmela, it was something because at that time, I really didn't have too much other opportunities in the pipeline. So I had to go back and interview, try to find another role. It was challenging. I'm sending out resumes. I am networking. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on different sites trying to navigate and apply. And I mean, constant over and over again. No, rejection. No. I remember, Carmela, I had 8 different final interviews with 8 different firms, different companies, and I never got a role. It was like an entire year of 2, 3 interviews, get to the final interview, don't secure the offer. I'm like, okay, where am I messing up? What's going on with me? What's lacking in my presentation, in my active listening, my interviewing skills and competencies? All those areas, Carmela, I was just like, wow, can't get over this hump. And that was rejection for me because I was in that space where it's like, well, okay, first of all, I just lost the contract. So that was rejection. The fact that I didn't have other opportunities, that was rejection. And then all these other doors were closing, that was rejection. So it was an experience. And I wanted to talk about that because many times we can take on this mindset that rejection is a reflection of worth, but it is not. It is not a reflection of your worth because a door may have closed or because you were told no. And in this instance, it was career. It was professional. It was the hustle and bustle of having to navigate and having to network and put things out there. And so that's what happened to me, is that I had to ensure that at that time, because there was an incredible need for me, for provision and moving things forward and, personal affirmation and things like that, but also realizing that it is not a reflection of your worth. So that's the first dual practice, is that many times, when we're in those spaces, hey, Hope, hello, Hope, our other director, hello. Matter of fact, let me pause real quick and say happy birthday to Hope as well.
Happy birthday.
You're going to be on today. Birthday, Hope. We're going to pause real quick and say happy birthday. So everybody say happy birthday to Hope.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. We love you. We appreciate you. Enjoy your day off. All right.
All right.
Yes.
Good timing, Patrick.
Got to pause and reset there real quick.
That's right.
Yes. The birthdays are coming in. Hello.
Chat's filling up.
There it is. Yes. So I wanted to start out with that because Carmela, that was a struggle for me during that time.
Yeah. Yes.
Critical point in my life. It was a difficult challenge in my life. And So all those no's. And I mean, Carmela, I'm going to interview after interview, and I just couldn't seal the deal, and it didn't happen. Now,
Yeah.
eventually I did. Eventually I did. And I've been with that company, for almost 8 years now. But nonetheless, it was such an interesting season to be told no so many different times.
Yeah.
And so that was a rejection in my life. So I wanted to just share that as a premise, that I could have gone to the space where, okay, you know what? I never will get a role, or I start telling myself some story because I can't get around this, or maybe and at a few times I was like, okay. After the third one, I was like, now what's going on here? It started to mess with my head a little bit.
Right. I could see that. Yeah, I could see that.
I'm looking like, what's going on with me? Trying to, I got degrees, I got experience, I have competencies, I have skill sets. So I began to really out, began to internalize, even in some other areas. And so I had to really be compressed many times between different interviews so that I won't take it to the next. And of course, it's okay because those things happen. But I wanted to start out just by saying rejection is not a reflection of your worth. It is a common part of life. Get that down, everybody. It is a common part of life. And it does not diminish your inherent value. Carmela, any thoughts on that? Just as an opening statement. Any thoughts on that?
Yes, and excuse me, I can see just by your, what you were sharing. Of course, all of us at some point in time could be faced with this or have experienced this or any level of rejection in some form of fashion. And one of the things that, as I'm listening to you talking about it is, when we face these things and how you were saying you're getting hit with it over and over with the word no, then you start going in, and it could, really cloud our perception of who we are. It can impact us and cause us to, the good perception of who we are in ourselves. And it could slow us down and use the words like you were saying, can't, always, never. And it just those limiting, beliefs, that doubting of ourselves. And so I do like the fact that you're starting it off with an affirming statement that it's not the end all be all, and that it is not a reflection of our worth, which I think is so very important that you're starting off in this place, that we are facing it, but it is not the end all be all. It's how we are, like you're going to go into what you're going to say about rerouting. But thank you for starting it with that.
Absolutely. Thank you. Yes. And so we want to start out with that. Rejection, again, is not a reflection of your worth. Number 2, learn and grow from the rejection. So what can I learn? So number 2 in our renewal practice is view each rejection as an opportunity for self-improvement and personal development.
Woo!
View each rejection. Now, I didn't like that. Mel, I did not.
Right.
Oh, man, please. I'm Patrick Brown. I know exactly what I'm bringing. And yet being told no. Now, I had to realize, okay, let me review this as an opportunity for self-improvement and personal development. Now, underneath that, I want everybody, please, if you're watching Tea Timers, I want you to put in the comments, rejection is normal. Put that in the comments. Rejection is normal. We're going to normalize this. What do you mean? It is a normal part of who life is, what happens in life. It is a common part of life. It's not part of who you are, but it's a common part of life. So let's get that down. We're going to put that in the comments. Rejection is normal. So if we say that it's normal, that means that it's nothing special about what we went through. It happened. I'm going to view this as an opportunity for self-improvement and personal development. And I also want to tell you this, folks. Track your progress when you go through it. Don't just say, well, that's what I do. Track it. How do you really know that you're really saying that you're really spending time in self-improvement? Think about that, Mel. At first I didn't, because of course I wanted to secure the bag, right? I wanted to make sure I got the bag, I got the job, and move forward. But then the first two, okay, I didn't. Then eventually I began to say, okay, what am I doing? What am I not doing? What do I need to stop doing? What do I need to do better? And also I recognized and realized this is normal. It is normal. In other words, common part of life, and it does not diminish my value as a future employee or a former employee or what have you. So it is not a reflection of your worth. Everybody put in the comments, rejection is normal. We learn and grow from rejection. Yeah. We learn and we grow from it. It is normal.
I like what you just shared.
Just really, really sit with this. Go ahead, Mel.
Yeah. Excuse me. No, I was saying I like what you just shared, because what jumped out at me is it's a teachable moment, even though it don't feel good at all,
Yeah.
But it is a teachable moment to learn what do you need? What do I need to learn from this? What do I need to change? What do I need to tweak? What do I need to do? How do I need to see things, and learning how to grow. I do like that. The fact that you're sharing that, that even in the process of it, because when you're in it, that's a different story. Come on, but actually taking the time to, you're in it now. You need these practices, right? To see it differently as a teachable moment.
And these are ways that, again, we're talking about rerouting from it. And so if we're going to reroute from it, we got to be able to reroute what's going on in our minds. And it's not a reflection. We got a couple of comments coming in. I want you to share this one that Monique is sharing here concerning her rejection experience.
Okay. Thank you, Monique. She's sharing, I recently did not get a role I applied for. I had to realize that I was not the candidate for the role. I instead took the opportunity to reflect and appreciate the interview process. Yeah. Yes. Thank you, Monique, for sharing that.
Yeah. Reflect and appreciate. Absolutely. Very powerful. Thank you for sharing that and your transparency. And again, that awareness is again part of these rerouting, which is, of course, viewing that experience as an opportunity. Now, at first, I admit, after going through it 8 different times, I'm like, all right, now what's going on?
Yeah.
And so I had to keep staying in there and rerouting it over and over and over again, so that I didn't internalize the rejection experience. Not internalizing it and then saying, well, because of that, then you know what? It's a reflection of my worth. And number three is cultivate resilience. Cultivate resilience. All right, everybody, let's connect with that one. One is what? Rejection is not a reflection of your worth. Learn and grow from rejection and cultivate resilience. Why? Because many times because we don't know how to view, or we don't view rejection in the proper way, we just wrote in the chat that rejection is normal. Rejection is normal. The door closes, that's normal. We're told no, that's normal. What's not normal is allowing it to define self-worth. That's not normal. But the rejection experience is. Everybody goes through it.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, the more that you put yourself out there, the more you're going to experience it. The more that you promote, the more that you advance, the more that you make progress, the more you experience it. It is a normal process. It's a normal experience in life. And so that's one of the key things I wanted us to be able to look at from a Mental Health Awareness Month perspective, is if anyone is struggling with that, I think this is a good way of really emphasizing these 3 perspectives as part of our renewal practices today about uncovering your true worth. And the reason why you're doing that is you're starting to see, what I've experienced in terms of value and worth, and I've gone through it as well. That's not my worth. Let me explore what I need to learn from this and glean from this, but also acknowledge this is an experience. It's not a definition. Let's put that in the chat, everybody. It's an experience, not a definition. It is an experience that I'm going through, but it's not a definition of who I am. So I'm navigating. Carmela, do you ever taken a ride in the country and just looking? You know?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know, and just looking at lakes, looking at the landscape, you know, that's an experience, but that doesn't define who you are. You're on a journey. You're observing. And so we want to see it as something we're experiencing, and we're observing it, we're experiencing it, but it's not a definition of who we are. Just like when you're on that place, you're on your way to a destination. It's I'm looking at what's happening around me, but what's happening around me is not a definition of who I am. And so we take the observation mode or the observer role. There is learning in observation. That's why we say locate yourself. We do that so we can say, okay, I'm centering myself. And even at that moment, it may not even be about learning anything. It might be just about, I'm experiencing this. This is where it is. Yes, we're learning. Where I'm at. That's why I'm passing through. I look at the landscape and I keep moving forward because it's an experience and not a definition. All right. So if you're dealing with this individually, or you're talking to someone that's dealing with this, really help them navigate this piece, these first three. Now let's keep going. I also want to talk a little bit about the gift of belonging. And really the gift of belonging is about who you are and you're offering that to others. And I want you to turn that on. In other words, here's what we mean. Because we're created as social beings. We're created to connect. We're created for connection. And so even in the midst of rejection from others, we still have the gift of belonging in us. So if you have to put in the chats, gift of belonging, gift of belonging. You want to fuel atmospheres of belonging. You want to include others, bring them in, overcome it by you overcome it by finding a sense of belonging within yourself. You belong whether you're in the room or out of the room. You belong whether you're invited or not. Matter of fact, you belong if people celebrate you or don't celebrate you, Carmela. You still belong because you're developing the gift or a sense of belonging within yourself. What you guys share about that? Thoughts on that?
I'm in deep thought over here because you threw out several things concerning the gift of belonging and said, even when you're not, what did you say? Even when you're not in the room.
Right. There is
a level of belonging there. What I got from that is there is your level of self-acceptance. Level of that God accepts us.
Yes. Yes.
You know, and so even when we're not in the room, even when we're not at the table, even when the door is closed, you know, those symbolic things that say no, you know, coming from a real place, still accepted. Still got a self-exception, like accepting of who I am, and not a level of measuring up, feeling like you're not measuring up to whatever standard is out there. I like what you're sharing about belonging.
And you know, I think even as leaders, whether it's supervisors, managers, whether we're influencer of others, when you have a sense of belonging within yourself, you foster that kind of environment. You see the value of connecting with others. You redirect it. Wow. Okay, I've been rejected. Let me redirect this and say, okay, I'm going to work towards putting out a different emphasis of including others and bringing them into the space of belonging as well, because I do belong. So let me reroute this by inviting others, by connecting others. It helps you balance out the impact or even the pain of it. And we're going to go into that as well. But I really want us to think about the gift of belonging. It is a gift and a sense within you that says, I belong, whether I'm in the room or out of the room, whether I'm invited or not invited, whether people show up for me or don't show up for me. I want to ensure that I show up the way that I need to for others, because what I'm doing is I'm also bringing the gift of belonging that I already possess. All right. A sense of belonging. You called it self-acceptance, and I appreciate that. Everyone just put that in there. Self-acceptance, self-acceptance. That helps fuel belonging as well. We want to offer that gift to others. Self-acceptance. It is not a matter of just saying it from an affirmation perspective. It's about doing it and showing it. Not just saying those things from an affirmative perspective, but I'm actually going to demonstrate this in the work that I do and how I behave and how I lead others. All right, let's keep going here. If anybody out there, just let me know. Just hashtag this, please, belonging. Put it out there, belonging, belonging. That's important. All right. And also, it's an opportunity when we talk about the offering the gift of belonging. I want to talk about the importance of observing the impact upon you. And I don't have this up on the screen right now, but I want you to write down, observe the impact upon you. Observe. So first one was offer the gift of belonging. Okay. Offer the gift of belonging. Then we're going to dig into observe the impact upon you. And one of the things that I began to think about today, right before tea time, was, I would say don't hide from the pain, but don't add to it either. Does that make sense? Don't hide from the pain, but don't add to it either. Everybody got that, tea timers? Don't hide from
That's good.
Pain, don't add to it. We're going to see lie on that. We're going to meditate on that. We're going to just really locate ourselves on that. I'm not going to hide from this pain, but I'm not going to add to it either. So it's important not to hide from it. Okay, I experienced it. Just like the analogy about driving out. I'm going to go somewhere, but I'm not going to. I'm going to experience it. I went through those different interviews over and over again. Constant rejection. It's not happening for me. What's going on? Don't hide from it, but don't add a narrative to it. Don't add a story to it. Don't add a personal lie to it. I'm not going to add to it, but I'm not going to hide from the pain. I'm glad this is making sense, Crystal. So glad to hear that this is helping. Absolutely. Thank you for sharing that with us. Greatly appreciate it. So again, offer the gift of belonging. You got that? Then we're going to observe the impact upon you. I didn't get a chance, but that's part of our renewal practice. All right. Go ahead, Mel. You're saying something. Go ahead.
I'm just having a Selah moment, really, because I'm just stopping, pausing to just really take it in. It's about being real with yourself and not just, pretending that it is not happening. Right. And so I appreciate that that you're sharing that, that there's a reality to this and how is it affecting me? And it's, taking that time to observe and really see what is happening. And so I know you're going to take us to another, place from here on, but I like that because I think if we just pretend that it's not happening, then we can't grow from it. We can't learn from it.
Yeah. And we don't want to, I'm hiding from it or denying it. No. I'm not going to hide from it, but I'm not going to add to it either and start creating stories, creating narratives, adding in, they don't want this. They don't, I didn't get the role. They just lost who I am. I know who start getting an attitude. Wait, hold on. Negatively, that is. Or, start telling myself stories and narratives that I don't need to. So we want to offer the gift of belonging. We want to observe the impact that's upon you. That's important. All right. Don't hide from the pain, but don't add to it either. Here's another renewal practice I want to put these in the chat for you as well. I want you to think about this. Organize your reactions or responses. So that's proactivity. That's proactivity. I'm going to organize my reactions and responses. Okay. Okay. I want to make sure I maintain the right attitude at all times. I want to ensure that I come off with positivity and focus and moving forward and progress. I'm organizing my reactions and responses. Well, what do you mean? You can't really predict what's going to happen, but you know what? I can organize how I'm going to function. I can have a mindset that I'm going into this with this type of mentality. Absolutely. Because that mindset and that mentality is going to determine many outcomes of how I function. So organizing your reactions and responses, because many times our automatic responses really reveals what's going on inside of us anyway.
Oh, yes. That's that default mechanism again. That
there
kicks
it is.
in.
Yeah. What do we call it? The reptilian brain? What happened? Just responded. That's that go off nerve.
Right. Oh my goodness.
So we really got to think about it. Organize your reactions, organize your responses. Don't, ensure that you don't hide from the pain, but don't add to it either.
Yes.
All right. Now, I also want to add something else that I didn't put in the slides, but I want to talk a little bit about this, about redefining your value. I want everybody to write out, choose yourself first. Choose yourself first. Now, I know and we're not talking about humility as much as we're discussing. Choose yourself first is choose and accentuate what competencies and what strengths and what power and what affirmative skill sets and mindsets that you have. Choose yourself first when there's rejection. Now, I didn't say prove, I said choose. Proving what that means we perform. We're not talking about that. I'm making a choice that I'm gonna choose myself first, not prove to myself or prove to anyone else. I'm choosing that I will not wallow. I'm choosing that I'm going to focus on what power and strength that I do have. And again, we just talked about organizing your reactions. So how do we do that? We define our value. Rejection does not equal flaws. You get that, everybody? Rejection does not equal flaw. Just because you told no, someone rejects you doesn't mean that you're just a totally flawed person. First of all, everybody's flawed. So let's just start there. But it's not a reflection of flaws, right? We don't want it to lead to loss of belonging just because we're told no or the door is closed. And you can, and I know, Mel, you'll love this, about embracing your uniqueness.
Yes,
really
absolutely.
Going back to your uniqueness. I know that's your vein right there now. All right. That's your vein, because, celebrating that helps you, you look at what's unique and special about you. So everybody right now, I want you to put in the chat, what's unique about you? Go ahead and put in the chat or put it in your journal.
Yes.
Just as a practice today, what's unique? If there was a door that was closed, go to what's unique about you. Somebody told you no, go to what's unique about you. This door is closed. I wasn't invited. Affirm the quality and uniqueness of what you already possess.
Oh, that's good.
Choose yourself first. That's important. Go ahead, Mel. I see you.
Oh, I'm excited about that. I am, because you're going to be, I always say this, you're going to be with you 24 hours a day.
Ooh, say that again. Come on.
You're going to be with yourself 24 hours a day. And, I like how you were saying accentuate, we accentuate our competencies. I believe that builds confidence. It helps us to be brave, to try again, get up
Mhm.
and try again. And like you were saying about rerouting, I mean, it just really shows us how to reroute to go a different direction by affirming ourselves.
Mm.
And our uniqueness. I think that's what builds us up when we're in these
Yeah.
moments. I mean, everybody knows that, but I walk through that in my life. We all have walked through some level of that, and you have to go back into, well, who am I, and who am I becoming, and what's unique about me, and bring that to the table. And I think
Mm.
that's what builds resilience in us when we
Yes,
need
it
it
does.
at the moment. So if we're building it, constantly building it up, that would help, when we reroute.
Mm. Mm. Yes. Embrace your uniqueness. Choose yourself first. Look at the qualities. Okay. I
Yes.
still I may have been passed over for this role. Maybe I
Mhm.
didn't get invited. Maybe this thing closed. Maybe there was rejection. All
Yeah.
right. Let me
Mhm.
reaffirm by choosing myself first. Let me go into this space that it doesn't equal flaws. I'm reclaiming my worth. I'm embracing my uniqueness, and I'm choosing myself first.
First.
That is the
Ooh,
foundation for overcoming any rejection in your life, is by learning to
this
choose
is
yourself first. Everybody put in the chat again, choose yourself first. Choose yourself first. Embrace uniqueness. And you need to write it out. You need to write it out. You need to make it clear. You need to and teach this to children now.
oh,
Teach this
that's
to
good,
children
Patrick.
now. They're not going to
Yeah,
be chosen for every team. They're not,
that's
it's
good.
going to happen. You're going to play kickball, you
Hmm.
don't get chosen. I don't know if they still play kickball. I don't know what kind of games played out. Who I'm saying is dog kickball. I don't know. But
Oh no.
anyway, uh, but, but I know we're going to deal with those things. Choose
Hmm.
yourself first, not proving.
Yeah.
You really need to embrace our uniqueness. Let's see, comments are coming again. Choose yourself first. Choose yourself first, not prove. Can you share this one with Renita? Hey, Renita.
Hey, sis. Renita is saying, embrace your uniqueness. We need to do this more. Affirm yourself and keep moving forward. Love it. Thank you for
Mhm.
sharing that, Renita.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
we really need to
That's
do
so
that.
true.
So I want you to think about that, and we need to all do this because we all go through different things where there's measuring, where we're put in jams and circumstances. And I remember tests I didn't pass. Like, oh, I didn't pass this. I didn't get to the certification. I'm not gonna get there. Or the first of me can say, I'm never gonna get there. Or this is gonna, those automatic. Again, observe your
Mhm.
reactions,
Right.
observe your responses. And I like
That's
what you
good.
said earlier, Mel. You're with yourself 24 hours a day, 7
24
days a
hours a
week.
day. Yeah. It's a reality. I mean, it's the reality of it all.
Charlize said Red Rover. I don't know if they play Red Rover no more.
All right, Charlisa.
All right, now.
I
Like,
remember
what are you
that.
talking about? So this is good. Embrace your uniqueness. All right. I want you to do
Yes.
something for yourself as you close out Mental Health Awareness Month. Is really think about uniqueness things, list them out, write them out, and put them on display.
Yeah.
Don't be humble about your uniqueness. That I want to
That's
say.
right. Mm-hmm.
Do not be humble about your uniqueness. Sitting around here
Yeah.
hiding it. No, we're not
Go all
doing
in.
that. All right. So again, choose yourself first. Let's keep going. Now, I also want you to cultivate self-compassion when you go through rejection. We started out by saying rejection is what? Normal. Don't hide the pain, but don't add to it either. Cultivate self-compassion. Now, Mel, I was so much against myself during that time. I was like, okay, I mean, what's going on? I didn't get the role. I didn't pass the test. Let me try again. Let me try this again. Cultivate self-compassion. And again, I talked about it. Observing your reactions and
Mm-hmm.
responses. Respond with care instead of an automatic what? Judgment and self-critique, because we go there so fast.
Oh, yes, we do.
All right. Monique here says, give yourself grace.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Cultivate self-compassion. We don't do that enough. In a world where there's a microphone and a video in front of every one of us, all right, because of just the advent of media, again, cultivate self-compassion. How do you do that? You got to observe your reactions, respond yourself with care, and then grow from it. That's how you cultivate self-compassion. That's really a formulaic approach to it.
I like the second bullet point that you present tonight, growing from setbacks. Because, sometimes you feel hard on yourself and you say, man, I blew it. I blew this. I didn't, and so learning from that, I like what you're saying, you can embrace it as an opportunity for personal growth rather than letting it define your worth, knowing that it does not measure, it doesn't show the reality of what your worth is because I blew it. I didn't, I got to go back and try it again and kind of look at it in a different way of rerouting. This is good.
Thank you. Folks, what are you getting from this today? What are you gleaning? What else are we going to do? We're going to affirm your resilience. We're going to do that by self-love, by inner strength, by going on this purposeful path, we're calling it. Affirm your resilience. I can come through this. I can bounce through this because rejection. See, it all starts with that mindset. If it's normal, then I'm still going to affirm who I am. The ability to come bounce back from it. Look at the inner strength that I do possess. I'm on the right path. Look at it. It's a normal stopping part of the journey. You ever driven from one place? I go on 77, I go on 85. I like to stop at the visitor centers, get maps and get some things about the state and different cities. Get that in. You know how it is, Mel. Oh yeah, now bring me back something from Georgia. You passing through Alabama, bring me something. Because I want to know what's going on. It's a new book. They might have a new antique store. Might be something. But when you walk in there, it says you are here.
Right, you're here.
That's rejection. You're here. It's a normal stop in my journey. It happened. Keep moving.
Keep moving.
Normal part of the journey.
Wow.
I'm not going to hide from the pain, but I'm not going to add to it either. Going back to that again. I'm not hiding from the pain, but I'm not going to add to it either. It's a normal part of the journey. Just like when I go into, and I like going to those welcome centers. We've written places together. We would ride places together. You want to go to welcome center? Come on, let's go in here. Look around. You find out some unique stuff. Stop on the way. It's a normal stop of the journey, but it's not the destination, and it's not a definition either.
That is so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Monique says, I'm going to learn from this and try again. Absolutely.
Yeah. Try again.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, I know we're coming to the end. I got a few more things I want to share. Again, to embrace the journey that you're on. All right. As a recap, acknowledge the rejection, redefine your worth, cultivate belonging. We talked about that already. I want to just make sure that we reiterate that again. It is normal. It redirects. It redirects us. So acknowledge your rejection, redefine your worth, remind yourself it's not determined by the opinions of others. Remind yourself your value is not defined by what? The opinion of others, and then cultivate that inner sense of belonging because you do. And we want to ensure that that's what we're able to do. Value yourself, embrace the rejection. That's what it happened. Cultivate belonging and reclaim your worth. And that, my friends, tea timers, those are our Renew practices for this evening. All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is really good, Patrick. Thank you so much. I just want to say this has really been a productive and positive way of redirecting ourselves. All of this, especially closing out this month with National Mental Health Awareness Month. And we need this so much. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity, everybody, for connecting with us.
Mhm.
As you're reflecting, locate yourself and put in the comments, what are your takeaways? What are your takeaways? What have you learned? What's new for you? What are you going to sharpen? What are you going to renew? What are you going to reflect on? Perhaps what you've placed in your journal. What are you thinking right now as it relates to our renewal practices that we have shared? And as you're doing that and reflecting, I want to also just remind you that we do have our tea time every first, second, and every third Tuesday at 12 p.m. And then our fourth one is at 7 o'clock. And so that's what we're doing. This is our special tea time. So next week, we're going to be back with us. And again, the fourth Tuesdays of each month is at 7 p.m. So I want to remind you of that. I also want to encourage you, if you will, please make sure that you download the mobile app for the Renewal Center. Feel free to connect with us on all of our social media. That'll give you an opportunity to stay connected to what we do. And I want to make a special announcement this evening. One of our visions for the Renewal Center, and as you're placing your comments and takeaways, is what we call Locate Yourself GPS, which is our grief recovery. We have a webinar that's going to be coming up in August 30th as we kick off our grief recovery program. And it's going to be Friday, August 30th, 7 to 8:30 p.m. We have registrations that are posted on all of our sites. And again, please save the date for August 30th, 7 to 8:30 p.m. This is a free webinar. And so we want you to be able to participate with this by registering. So please download our mobile app, go to our website, renewalcenters.com, also all of our social media sites to register for that particular course. It is posted on all of our sites. We want you to be a part of that. And one way that you can be a part of that is really about sharing it. When you get on our site, to share it with others, connect and tag your friends, let them know we're going to be focusing on that. If you've experienced any pain, any loss, this is about helping you navigate that journey. And ways you can support us is by our Spring Giving Challenge. If you're out there, you say, you know what, the Renewal Center has really been a strength to me. Tea Time, I'm enjoying the Tea Time community. I'd like you to support us in our operational budget. We are a nonprofit here in North Carolina, located 159 Church Street here in the historic district of Concord. I'd like you to consider today to take a pause right now and say, I'd like to donate to the Renewal Center and connect with you. You could support us, monthly. You could support us with a donation today. These are the ways that you can give during our Spring Giving Challenge. We'd like you to donate and give and connect with us. Here are various ways. We have a website, therenewalcenters.com/give. You could also text Renewal Center to the 888-364-4483 number. We also have PayPal and Zelle. So you can click on your Zelle or PayPal app and you can type in the Renewal Center 2020 at Gmail. We also have CashApp, which is Cash Renewal Center, Cash Renewal Center, and then Venmo. And Venmo is at Renewal Center. This will give you an opportunity to really support our vision here at the Renewal Center. And so we definitely want to encourage you to be a part of who we are and connecting with us. When you connect with the Renewal Center, you're supporting our space as well. We have an art and voice room. That's where I am actually right now, here in the art and voice room at the Renewal Center. This is a place to just recline, to ignite your creativity. I'm in this space in the thought room, reflecting, the action room, activation, and creating a space for you to activate. It's all about hospitality here. I do have my tea that I made here in our cafe. And then, of course, I'm here in our thought room, contemplating with you, connecting with you. So we want you to be a part and support that. Carmela, can you share a little bit about what's happening this coming Saturday with the Women at the Well?
Absolutely. Ladies, we are continuing our Bible study with Becoming a Woman of Purpose. That's the book of Cynthia Hill, and we are going into chapter 7. I want to take this time to invite every lady to attend. It is hybrid. So if you are in the Concord, Charlotte area, you can come at the location to the Renewal Center, and you can join us this Saturday at 10:30. We start 10 o'clock for fellowship, but we also have an engaging online presence, a virtual presence. Come in and pick up where we are. Chapter 7, it has been powerful, and we've been learning how to have purpose in the way that God sees us through his eyes of purpose. So come and join us. We've been enjoying this wonderful time. So we look forward to seeing you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing that. Also want to share with you that we do have some summer prayer times. We are wrapping up our Reforming Culture class that we had on the Mind of Christ from September to the end of May. So tomorrow we will have our closing class and our closing prayer tomorrow. And then we have prayer twice per month during the summer, a time to come in and pray and connect. And so we'd love you to be a part of that. The dates there are June 5th and the 12th, July 10th and 17th, August 7th through the 14th at 7:30. So if you are already registered for Reforming Culture, those are the dates. If you're not, we ask you to register. You can go to our sites as well. And as you download our mobile app, you can register then. So wanted to share those with you. We've also talked about, again, our GPS program that's coming up for our grief recovery, designed to help you to provide compassionate support and effective tools to help you navigate through your difficult time of loss. And so those are the things that we provide here at the Renewal Center, supporting others. And that's one of our programs that we want you to really be a part of. So, all right, now let's go back to some of these comments and see what are some of the takeaways this evening. All right. Go ahead right here. You can read this.
Oh, Shalisa. Thank you, Shalisa. She's saying great topical discussion tonight. Thank you. Yes. We thank you for joining in with us. And Nichelle, her takeaway is don't hide from the pain, but don't add to it either. Yes. Thank you, Nichelle. And then Angela is saying acknowledge it happened. Keep it moving. Great teaching. Thank you, Angela.
All right.
And Charlisa, she's saying her takeaway is remember, rejection is not about my worth and learn to embrace my uniqueness for I belong. Absolutely. Thank you, Charlisa, for sharing that. And Dr. Brown, hello, Dad. He's saying very edifying discussion tonight. Purposeful paths, stay the course, and remain steadfast. That's wise words. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much, everyone. If there's anybody else out there, tea timers, you want to share your takeaways, please place your comments in the chat. We want to thank everybody for being on this evening. And again, one more time, want to give you an opportunity to pause and reset and build resilience and giving to the Renewal Center again. Here's the ways that you can give to the Renewal Center. We want to ask you to take advantage of this opportunity and really support us here in our operations and this vision and who we are and what we're doing. And so these are the various ways that you can give. Any amount will do. We want to encourage you to be a part of who we are and where we're going. Again, these are the various ways you can support the Renewal Center. So again, we just want to thank everybody for being a part this evening. And again, our discussion today was about reroute from rejection. Reroute from rejection. And I hope that these renewal practices has been a strength to you. So we're going to leave out with another locate yourself exercise. And let's just locate ourselves and connect. And we will see you next Tuesday at 12 p.m. noon for part 2 of Reroute from Rejection. Carmela, thanks for being a part of this evening. All right.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I am Renewal. Locate yourself. Have a good evening.